Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout. Oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come.
Hello there.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining me from. It is Mayegun Live. I've got lots of stuff to share with us tonight. So therefore, I am going to be making them like a short, so that we can cover a lot. As you are joining me this moment, please hear this broadcast. After reading the caption of the broadcast, the description of this video, hear it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and just tell them that Mayegun today. And for all of you who have not been receiving notification that Mayegun is live, before we delve fully into the conversation tonight, would you like to take a moment and check that your setting? Just this moment. Leave the comment section, leave that place. Go check your subscription as well as your notification. It won't take you more than a minute or two, and take care of that. Tonight, I am going to give you a whole coverage of the lawlessness, the exposure or exposes, the criminal enterprise establishments that APC, Egbekegbe, people destroying people, and everything this establishment represents as in one big fold. Share the broadcast. So today, good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining me from. It is Mayegun Live. Like I said, I came with bag of goodies, just like Dino Keneri Melaye. Keneri Dino handed over 2 bags. He came with 2 bags in the course of arresting the Yahaya Bello of Kogi. It would have been a long story, but I'm not going to bore you with it. Just the summary of what led to the drama of today. Well, for those who kind of remember the inglorious criminal government of Yahaya Bello, the Tatata of Kogi, the looting of Kogi, as well as the impoverishment of the Kogi people, to the point that his only success are the praise singers that he, every now and then passes the crumb from his loot too. 83 billion is what they said Yahaya Bello have stolen from Kogi. And to avoid all of this, when Yahaya Bello finished his 8 years a tenure as governor of Kogi, he quickly created an office, first of its kind, in Nigeria, possibly in the world, the office of the ex-governor. Is to still be addressed as governor. All of the sort of the paraphernalia of office that makes him still feel like he's governor were sort of added. He succeeded in rigging his stooge Ododo in as the governor to cover his ass. Except Ododo decide to go clean. Yahaya Bello's insurance against exposure and possibly jail, even in a corrupt Nigeria, lies in the hands of Ododo. And today, he came through for him because those crumb eaters, ass lickers, crumb chasers, the voluntary slaves of Kogi, the victims of Yahaya Bello's 8 years of waste, where young people, young able-bodied people, on a Tuesday morning, when they were supposed to be at work, their slave master called them. They are about to arrest me for stealing your money. You need to come and, And just like that, the news of the EFCC attempt to arrest Yahaya Bello spread like wildfire. But it wasn't, it didn't come by without its own sort of a behind-the-scene drama. From what we heard, this EFCC of Olukayode, they have been looking for Yahaya Bello for a while. Even some of you can attest to the fact that you haven't been seeing the white lion of Kogi. Abi, is that not what you call him? The white lion. You have not really been seeing much of him. He's been kind of hiding. The success tracking that they said led to the drama of today was because Yahaya Bello left his phone in Kogi to make him look like he is in Kogi. All right? But they were able to track him to Abuja through the mobile phone of one of his aides. And the moment they realized that he was in there, they moved in to pick him up. How could you do this? What kind of a thing? You know what I mean? And for clarity, just for clarity, for those who have been following their politics like us, Yahaya Bello happened to be one of the alleged cabal that tried to stop Tifnumbu from becoming the candidate of APC, Egbekegbe. In fact, I think he also picked the form to be president too. He did. Then midway, like El Rufaya, I don't know what went wrong. The two supposed frontal opposition to Tifnumbu, they just switched side. They became the champion of the campaign against Emefiole when Emefiole said he was changing the Naira. So that last minute change, to others, they said, that never really granted Yahaya Bello for, a sort of a pardon or forgiveness from Tifnumbu. And therefore, Yahaya Bello believed that he was supposed to be enjoying immunity like others. Why are they coming after him? So he mobilized his boys. Let's go to that quarters where the drama started today. The first part, when the EFCC was said to have arrived at the scene. That was when the Ododo came. In fact, if we have to put it right, let's start with this. That was the moment of the pre-pandemonium. Here is another one. Then, at a point, the governor of Kogi State, the Yahaya Bello, says to G. Ododo, listen to this. There were policemen supposedly protecting Yahaya Bello, including some DSS. Now, EFCC, who came to pick him up since he has been avoiding them and ignoring their invitation. Yahaya Bello went to court in Nigeria, and the court granted Yahaya Bello immunity from arrest. This is where the Owala kind of started. Nigerian court granted Yahaya Bello immunity from arrest, prosecution, or detention, or anything at all. So he's holding on to that. And EFCC is like, no, how is that even possible? But it is Nigeria, sure you get. So they moved in anyway. So the policemen who are protecting Yahaya Bello, a criminal, said they can't let the EFCC take him. His thugs, or supposed his victims, some people said they are not actually victims anyway. When we look at it, many Nigerians are not victims. They are actually part and parcel of whatever it is happening as they wanted it to be. So there's no point in looking at them and call them victims, but literally they are victims of their own greed, maybe. So while they held the EFCC down from taking the fugitive Yahaya Bello, Ododo rushed down from Kogi, and when he landed, before the gunshot, this was his entrance, the first one you saw. So in a nutshell, the state governor of Kogi stopped EFCC from arresting a fugitive former governor. And that is Nigeria. All right? It didn't come easy. All right? They had to start shooting. Yes, the policemen, the DSS, and those guns, loyal to the governor, the current governor, and they shot their way out, and they took the former governor, Yahaya Bello, fugitive Yahaya Bello. They took him away from that place, possibly to return him back to his reserved bedroom in the government house of Kogi in Lokoja. Dino Keneri Melaye, on his own part, was like, yes, this is the day. If EFCC not get enough evidence, he has some, and he was willing to hand them over. Take a look.
You can put this. Okay, this is the this is the anti-corruption network. This is the office. This is the evidence. The exhibits, the evidence we have against the governor of Yahaya Bello and his cohort. We are on our way to EFCC to adopt the petition we wrote against Governor Yahaya Bello and his cohorts. There's a big put inside the car. $2 must go. We're on our way to EFCC to adopt the petition we wrote against Governor Yahaya Bello and his cohorts, and we have returned the evidence being loaded inside the vehicle of anti-corruption network.
That was Keneri Dino and his anti-corruption network. The irony. Anyway, as the EFCC couldn't get Yahaya Bello today, they had Cubana chief priests instead. But that's a win on the side, if you ask me. If the billionaire thieves, public treasury looters are becoming evasive from justice, how about the Naira abusers? Anyway, last week, a Nigerian judge sentenced Idris Okuneye, aka Bobrisky, to a 6-month jail without an option of fine for abusing the Naira. And a lot of people have been like, oh, more abusing Naira. What is the meaning of abusing Naira? Is it when you rough handle the money? Is it when you stamp on it? Or is it when you spray the money? They said all of that is part of the abusing the Naira. Okay. Bobrisky's appearance in court, he pleaded guilty. Poor boy or poor man. You know why I said that? Is because normal, I don't think you should plead guilty if you have received adequate legal advice on what really translates to abusing the naira. Is it the way I'm spending it in the video or the way people are stamping on it? What connects that? They said all of it, right? Then, okay, let us go and struggle it out in your lawless cash and carry court. So the guy pleaded guilty. And some people now felt like they are now the soft targets. As EFCC has no business with all this currency, that, except those who are really carrying out financial crimes. Anyway, soft target or no soft target, they got a conviction. A conviction of 6 months without the option of fine. That won't be the end of it. Grab that one that is called the Cubana chief priest. He is next. So if Yahaya Bello is not at their own reach, this one is. And the guy was like, no, I'm not going to go the way of the mummy of Lagos. So, are you guilty or not? There are video evidence. Say if you are going to sentence me the way you sentence Bobrisky, then I'm not going to go down just like that. Not without, because we don't even know what is going on. So the guy now said, no, I am not guilty. You would have to prove to me what is the meaning of the valuing naira by spending it or spraying it. How are you sure that that money that you are seeing in the video, how are you sure that it is original naira? Did you use any machine? Did you pick some of them? Anyway, now the Twitter lawyers, they you know, sometimes when you read some of them, you can pretend to be, I mean, they can be very convincing. One of them was like, yes, I love the fact that he pleaded non-guilty. In law, the accused, the person who alleged must prove. Oh, really? Okay, tell us more. Yes, now, if you said he's defacing naira, you would have to prove that you have the copy of that note, not just video. He's an entertainer. So what if they're just a replica of naira, just fake naira, just to use that for the show? Because he's an entertainer. Cubana disaster, or actually, you should join his legal team. You think say the EFCC that wanted to actually have something as a distraction so that the big thieves can continue to cool off. They think they don't know what they are doing. No wonder. What's that boy's name again? Too. I'm sorry, I'll just continue. I wanted to remember this guy who pleaded just yesterday that if they see his video where he's sharing money, the EFCC should please not arrest him. It was only helping people. What's that guy's name again? Anyway, the Cubana chief priest that EFCC was able to take to court today pleaded not guilty, and he was released on bail, on 10 million naira bail. The punishment for defacing the naira, like writing on the money, or burning the money, or tearing the money, or stamping on it, the punishment is 50,000 naira fine or 6 months in jail. Here you get. So which one is 10 million? So by the way, the guys, I mean, they said the 10 million doesn't really have to be like you have to pay the 10 million per se, okay? But you just have to show them you have the 10 million somewhere, and that's it. Anyway, that continues. Talking about thieves and the bigger thieves, and now they are coping. You have been reading the news of, at least you have been reading the news of Gandollar, the Babariga mobile banking CEO of Kano. Now, Abdullahi Gandollar is currently being prosecuted in Kano by the Kano government, who says they have evidence of the dollar banker when he was collecting the deposits and depositing them inside his Babariga in a video. They said they have more than a video. Meanwhile, Gandollar is the chairman of APC. So yesterday or 2 days ago, there was a